Hey guys, just wanted to make a video about AC and cost of electric during the summer. With prices of everything going so like super high, I kind of think most people are gonna end up. Sorry, I gotta get my bottle of water here. I kind of think like most people are gonna have to end up like foregoing AC in the future. I myself am gonna start turning it off as much as possible, unless it like is in the 35 Celsius or above type of area. Like even right now it's 32 outside it says, and it's like super hot in here, right? And I all I do is like run a fan. Now I do have to run a small unit in my bedroom for the dog, just because I think the dog would die. Like my dog in particular doesn't handle heat all that well. I don't think he would make it. So I do have to cool a small room because of that. But I think honestly, like I remember talking to a friend of mine, and this was like a year ago. He told me this because I can't judge off me because I have solar panels, so I can like run if I just run like my computer and whatever the microwave, just like regular appliances. I basically pay nothing for electric. But if I'm running AC like day and night, trying to keep it like reasonable in here, like cold, like nice, it's gonna be I still have to pay like a few $100s a month, and I think like 270 is like the highest I've paid. That's with solar panels. I can't even imagine like people who have like bigger houses. And I think part of it is my house is like sort of built wrong. I wish there was like a way to like cut off the circulation to the upstairs and just like cool the downstairs, because like it's like the pipe like goes straight to the upstairs, and like 80% of the cold like wind gets wasted going up there, and there's like no way to like siphon it. Like there's no way to like redirect it just to have the bottom, because no one lives up there, right? It's just a storage area, but all of it kind of like goes up there. So I think one of the issues is just my house, like the central air is like it was designed wrong, and is just like throwing a bunch of energy into nowhere. But that aside, regardless, you would have to run the AC nearly constantly. At least in my case, I don't know. I run it, and I still would have to, like in a situation like this, I'd have to run, once you get into like the 90s to 100, you have to run the AC basically all the time, and have a small unit helping it out to kind of like get those temps to a comfortable situation. So what I'm doing now, I just came to the realization that you don't actually people can just suffer, and that's what I'm gonna do. Like a lot of people don't have AC. I'm just gonna like accept that that's, for as long as I can. I'm not gonna like try and kill myself over here over this, but I do want to like stretch the dollar as much as I can. And so I think like I just came to the realization it's like you don't actually have to have AC going. And like although like I do have to have one in my room for the dog, because I don't think the dog would literally just wouldn't make it if I didn't do that. I can survive it with a fan and be, I think, relatively comfortable. I do have a slight headache, but that's because I went hiking earlier, and it was like peak. It was like peak heat, and I was like walking up and down like hiking basically. You know what I mean? I was like exercising in the heat, so it was like essentially like I did get a little bit of a sickly headache kind of a thing because of that. But other than that, I feel completely fine. So that's going to be, I think just my prediction in general. Like I think that, well, partially I keep going on about this, but partially because of a lot more energy is going to be needed for AI. I think like you're going to see. I keep saying that like you're gonna end up seeing like the middle class just kind of live under bridges and fight for like scraps of red meat, and then you're gonna see like the ruling class just have like they're just going to power like super AIs, and that's where all the electric is going to go. Like you can have, if you're like upper middle class, like those people will still have like AC, but mostly like lower middle class to middle class are going to end up turning that stuff off and just kind of like, just toughing it out, because it's like it's still affordable. Like you can still do it. It's just, but like I know people who like have regular jobs, and when you see that $250, 300 something dollar bill, um a month just to like and I don't even think that person I was talking to was like running central. I think they just had a unit going constantly, so it's like it just Yeah, I think you're gonna see like more and more people opt out and just kind of like you'll have AC, you just will never dare to turn it on because, you know, when you'll have like little solar panels to like use the little appliances like just the same way that people like. I know I'm being a little comedic. I'm being a little like comedic, but like at the same time, kind of not because I do kind of think people are gonna like end up having like their little appliances like maybe your laptop gets charged off of solar that's not hooked into the grid, then you know, or something like that, and you know, maybe have a fan running off of that, and then like your microwave and stuff that pulls a lot of wattage will, you know, whatever, will need you know, that'll be off the you know, like pulling it out of the grid or something. I think like a lot of people are going to go in that direction. You can already kind of see it with you know, like the solar panels that are like tied into the grid, which I do have too, which it just basically offsets my it offsets my the price of like basically whatever my solar panels produce that gets like subtracted from the bill, you know. So if I go over, you know, I still have to pay like a fee for just having it hooked up, which is like $16 or something. But basically, other than that, if I don't use AC, that's what I pay monthly, which is like reasonable. But that's, you know, it's still not like I'm not living it up here. You'd have to have like 4 times the amount of solar panels that I have to be able to run it like all willy nilly just all day. Just have like, you know, nice 68 degree kind of like 68 Fahrenheit inside the house. You're gonna need like, I don't know, a $40,000 system or something, $60,000 system. That's with no shade. But anyway, I just want to, you know, bring more. I'm just doing it partially like to challenge myself to kind of like stretch the dollar, I guess, and just it's kind of like I don't mind being uncomfortable and hot. I just have to like do it for my dog because the dog I think would not handle it. But as far as I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm completely fine. Like, yeah, like I sweated a little bit, but I'm fine. And you know, I'm gonna do it. But overall, the overall trend I think is like most people are gonna have to forego AC. That's just like the reality of the situation, I think, for most people. Anyway, not to bring bad news, but that's kind of what it is. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know if you guys still use AC, because I think I'm thinking about opting out. That's kind of where I'm at right now. But anyway, hope you guys have a good one, and goodbye.